Oh, hi, Smogs. How's your sex life? Oh boy, here we go. Money in the bank. Show me what you drink. I got my money in the bank. Show me what you. It's VR07. Good times. Good times. But yeah, this was not a good time because this show sucked. And I'm not gonna be as dramatic and say that it was as bad as Backlash, but this was pretty predictable slash stupid show. This show was stupid. Like, Backlash was just mind boggling, numb stupidity. This was just stupid. You're trying to set up for SummerSlam and just SummerSlam, Lisa needs braces. In just a couple months, I get that. You're on the road to SummerSlam, if that's even a thing. I highly doubt it's a thing, but anywho. It, you're trying to build up to SummerSlam, is what I'm trying to say. And you build it up with this. This is your build up for it. And I know you still got in the month, you still got Extreme Rules and whatever, but oh god. I need to know what the pre-show is. The Bludgeon Brothers retained over the Ball Jobbers, known as Gallows and Anderson, aka the Good Brothers, aka the watered down Bullet Club. So yay! Then we go on to the first match of the night on the main card, to be specific. So I know someone's going to say, oh, title match was first, technically. Main card, calm down. Daniel Bryan versus the Big Orange, aka Big Ass, aka Big Cass. And thankfully, this match was. Well, I don't know if it's thankfully, actually. This match was longer than it was at Backlash. And Daniel Bryan made Big Cass tap out once again to the Yes Lock. Rest in peace, Big Cass's singles career. Seriously. And by the way, Jason Oliver mentioned this, and I didn't think about it until he mentioned it. Does this mean Daniel Bryan is in the Breakfast Club? Because, he's just winning matches like easily without a problem. And he also does produce girls. With, of course, his little daughter, his 1-year-old girl, Birdie Bella Danielson. So, I think Daniel Bryan might be, in fact, be in the Breakfast Club with his most likely soon-to-be brother-in-law. I love you, John Cena. Oh boy. So, rest in peace, Big Cass's singles career, as I mentioned, because, that's. He sucks. Big Cass sucks. It's god awful. Anyways, that moment when freaking Carmella is like the most talented one out of the three, of Big Cass, herself, of course, and Enzo. Want to hear a better person, too, by the way. So then we go on to Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. All you need to know is Bobby Lashley killed Sami Zayn. Good. Kill the Uber driver, and that's it. Alright, nothing more, nothing less. Just kill him. Kill him and move on so that maybe in a year from now, this guy could be your world champion. And if it's not on Raw, okay, move him to SmackDown for the draft next year. Or, sorry, the Superstar Shakeup. Because Bobby Lashley is freaking Brock Lesnar, if not better than Brock Lesnar. Younger, faster, I think might be stronger. Oh, and he actually can cut a promo. Just saying. Sadly, due to his skin tone, that might not happen. But, I'm not racist. It's the proof is in the pudding, alright? That's for another topic. So then we go on to the Intercontinental Championship match between Elias, who wants to walk with Elias, versus Seth Rollins. And has Elias always been this bad in the ring? Like, seriously. Like, okay, I'm not going to totally shout on him and be like, oh, he's the worst. He's not the worst. Far from it. But for me, it was like, have I not seen many Elias matches? Because I feel like, I know Seth's been on a roll lately. He's put in a lot of good matches of late. But with Elias, it's like, you can still use a little green in the ring. And when you face someone I think as good as Seth is, that he gets exposed more. And when you go to that level, it's like to the point where Elias nearly broke freaking Seth Rollins' neck in the ring. I was like, oh my god, don't kill him. Here's a guy has just going, hey, I don't have knee problems right now. Let's kill his neck. So, nonetheless, it was still not a bad match. It felt kind of slow at first, but overall, decent match. Seth retains. Not too big on that. I was hoping maybe Elias could win it, but maybe Elias can win it down the road. Maybe he'll get another shot, a rematch. I don't know. And I mean, Seth did kind of have to hold up to the tights, so it kind of builds on to that rematch. So it's a possibility, hopefully. So this match I thought was actually going to be main event the show. Thank God it didn't. You had the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. You had Ember Moon versus Natalia. Yeah, baby. Who remembers that as her freaking intro? Versus Sasha Banks. By the way, a buddy of mine named Gene, shout out to Gene, mentioned that everyone should just jump off the freaking Sasha Banks bandwagon. And I could not agree more. She's overrated in the ring. She has a terrible attitude, and if she's not killing herself, she's probably going to kill others in the ring. Oh, by the way, speaking of her, she tripped on the way to the ring. Like, she tripped on the ramp. That was the greatest sign of things to come. Thank God, spoiler alert, she didn't kill anybody, including herself. So, versus Alexa Bliss, the evil cheerleader. I'll get to that in a second. Versus, Naomi versus Charlotte Wu versus Bucky and Lana. So, this match was really nothing, per se. I mean, I'll take that back. It wasn't as bad as last year's. Last year's women's match. I think last year's they were so focused on the whole women breaking the barrier history mumbo jumbo BS that was shoved down their throats. Still is to this day, but it was more so last year than this year, for example. And I feel like the ladies they were more obviously had different females in the match, but they had more breath of fresh. They had more air to breathe. Like they weren't like suffocated. They weren't pressured to death. This was more of a go do your thing. It was okay. Was it great? No. Was it god awful? I wouldn't say that. It was okayish. I'll give it a pass. Yeah. That would have made more sense. I was going to say Natalia won. Now, Natalia winning would have made a lot more sense than this. Alexa Bliss goes up in the ladder, wins. Lol. Alexa. I told people on Twitter, Natty wins would make sense. But we forgot we're in the WWE universe where nothing makes sense. Where Alexa has to win. And I like Alexa. I'm a fan of her. I'm not crapping. Anyone who's ever followed me on Twitter or, watched my videos, they know I'm a fan of Alexa Bliss. I'm not hating on her. Give other women a chance, man. Alexa's already a well-polished star. Same as if Charlotte, if she would have won. You could give it to you give it to Lana. For giggles, give it to Lana. I'm not saying Lana is the best, even her song Lana is the best, Lana #1, clap, clap. But, give it to somebody, give someone a chance. I mean, if it doesn't work out, okay, cool. Look at Jinder. God forbid you gave Jinder a chance. That didn't work out, but hey, at least you gave Jinder a chance. But anywho. People are going to be like, you're comparing Jinder Mahal to the women. So then we go on to Baby Girl. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. And of course, since we're in Chicago, the crowd's got to be complete utter morons. I hate wrestling fans. Let's just say that. I should rephrase that. I don't hate wrestling fans. I hate most wrestling fans. Fans like Chicago, for example, where they have to be stupid, they have to bring in beach balls, they have to do the wave, they have to change CM Punk, or, something stupid like, okay, I get it. Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal ain't your cup of tea. You'd rather have Finn Balor versus AJ versus Nakamura versus Kevin Owens in a jizz fest for like an hour and 45 minutes. I get that, okay? More power to you. But they aren't going to put everything that you like, all right? And the fact that you trash on it is just so stupid. And even I said this again on Twitter. If I was a Roman Reigns hater, I would feel sympathy for Roman. Simply because of the fact that a lot of fans hate on him just because, oh, he didn't wrestle in some stupid little promotion that like 5 people ever heard of because like 20 people went into some freaking high school gymnasium in like Oklahoma or something. Give me a break, man. Seriously. And people, and somebody even replied to that tweet, and they were just like, "Oh, what about Braun Strowman? He's over with the freaking a wheelchair has more freaking charisma, not charisma, but more of a moveset, excuse me, than Braun Strowman. All right, Roman Reigns has plenty more in his moveset than your boy Finn Balor. Sorry, but it's true. Kicks, swing blade, coup de grace, the end. Roman Reigns has at least a Samoan drop, the Superman punch, the little drop kick he does on the apron, the spear. He does a little Undertaker dive from here on out. That's 5 moves. Your boy Finn Balor has like 3 to 4. That's just the top of my head. That's not including the powerbomb he does with the Shield. But anyways, this match, it was there. It was just there. That's all I could say. Roman wins. Cool. I mean, hell, if you're Jinder, this is a blessing in disguise because at first it looks like he was going to be feuding with No Way Jose. So feuding with Roman is a much upgrade. You can't deny that. So, yeah. Hopefully this feud is over. But on WWE, it won't be until SummerSlam. Oh, God. Which apparently Brock Lesnar's not even advertised for. What a great job of putting the Universal title on him just so he could break freaking the stupid little atheist's freaking streak of having the world title. By the way, shout out to Phil Brooks for lasting 3 rounds in UFC. Woo! Still lost. Okay, SmackDown Women's Championship match. By the way, if my voice sounds echoey in here, I'm moving stuff around. So, oh god, Asuka versus Carmella. This match actually wasn't that bad. This is probably Carmella's best match. And I know people are going to be like, see, she faced Asuka, she would have been better. Yeah, because nobody improves, apparently. There was no chance possibly Carmella. I'm not saying it's not just because she's facing Asuka. I'm just saying there's a chance that Carmella could have improved at just a little bit. Little bit. Or that, maybe Carmella and Asuka have good chemistry. It's a possibility, alright? Don't at me. So, overall, the match itself was alright. I think a lot of people knew where this was going. There was this weird person on top of the apron and wearing an Asuka mask, and everyone's like, what the hell? Like, who is this? Person takes it off. It's none other than Jimmy! That's right, it's Carmella. Carmella, I want your autograph. It's freaking James Ellsworth, man. Oh my god. They brought back James Ellsworth so Carmella could super kick Asuka. 1, 2, 3. Carmella retains. And that's the first time in WWE, obviously including NXT, that Asuka's been pinned because of James Ellsworth. What the hell, man? Lord. God. I can't wait till James Ellsworth versus Asuka happens at like Extreme Rules or SummerSlam. Please make that a thing. He didn't give me Great Khali versus Randy Orton last year. Please give me this. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, so moving on to, speaking of terrible, this feud. By the way, this whole Super Showdown thing in Australia, not falling for it. I gave the whole Greatest Royal Rumble a chance. I'm not falling for the Australian glorified house show a chance of the Superstar Showdown with The Undertaker versus Triple H. Because, lol, that match should have been buried and dead after WrestleMania 28 when it was the end of an era. But no! So anyways, last man standing match for the WWE title between Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. By the way, this is the 6th attempt that Nakamura has had for the WWE title. Get to that in just a moment. This match Was their best match they had? That's not saying much because every match they've had has been like garbage. This match was okay. It was a pass, but it wasn't like, oh my god. The fact that you have a last man standing match, and to me, and you have no weapons involved is just pathetic. Like, what's the biggest weapon was there in this match? A water bottle? Seriously. There was, I mean, yeah, you had the guys throw each other into ring steps. Okay, cool. But like, come on, give me something. A steel chair, a kendo stick, a freaking trash can. A trash can would have been perfect. Just to describe what this feud and what the matches prior to this have been. Just straight up trash in there. But nonetheless, AJ retains because lol. After AJ hits the phenomenal forearm that apparently knocked out Nakamura that he went through a freaking announce table. Sorry. So AJ wins, and Nakamura is now 0-6 in his attempt to become WWE champion since getting called up. And I will give Nakamura credit. I know I've called Nakamura lazy, and he has been. Just this one match, he hasn't been. He was actually selling, and he actually, took some bumps. And I'll give credit where credit's due. I'm not a Nakamura fan, but any stretch match, I do like his theme. I do like his theme. His theme better now is better than the freaking crap that he had before. With the I know it's the same thing, but with lyrics. But the lyrics just makes it that much better, in my opinion. Don't judge me. But anyways, Nakamura is dead and gone. I guess he feuds with maybe Jeff Hardy for the U.S. belt. Cause just have somebody else in the title scene with AJ, for God's sake. Seriously, put Joe in there. I'll be amazed. I'll be happy with that. Joe and AJ. I know it's like TNA, but go for it. And then, oh my god, this match. I feel like I'm saying that with like every match thus far, where it's like, oh yeah, this match. Raw Women's Title match. Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. And I get it. You had to protect both these women. Ronda Rousey, already better than like most of the roster at this point. I'm dead serious when I say that. She's a better sale than freaking Dolph Ziggler. Alright, she's better than like most of this roster already. And she's only had a few months of training. Imagine like a year or two. Yeah, WWE could make a lot of money on this woman. And she did decent. Obviously, she didn't look as big and strong as she did at WrestleMania when she killed Stephanie. Because freaking lol, it's Nia Jax. She's a big woman. She's not like most girls. And Nia did a good job looking like a monster for the first, let's say, 3/4 of the match. And then Ronda got a little bit of offense. And out comes Little Miss Bliss to attack. I believe she attacked Ronda. Yeah, she did. She attacked Ronda first. And thus making Nia winning by disqualification. So I guess technically you could say Ronda's still undefeated because she hasn't been pinned or tapped. She didn't tap out, so she protected Ronda. And Nia kept the belt against her, so they got that going for them. Also, Ronda hit like a modified rock bottom, which is weird. Surprised no one picked that up. It's like, okay, she hit her opponent's cousin's move. Okay, cool. But yeah. Nia wins by disqualification. Bliss cashes in, hits the Twisted Bliss. 1, 2, 3. New winner and new women's Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss, who's been on the Raw roster for like barely over a year, is already a 3-time Raw Women's Champion. My God. See, seriously, like I said, I'm a fan of Alexa, but when it comes to, like, defending her at this point, it's kind of difficult. It's getting more and more difficult. And I get it. You want to make her a star. As I make stars, you give them, like, the title 8 billion times. But, like, oh my god, like, you had to go this route. Get it, she got like a new boob job and freaking a new tattoo, but you gotta like give her a new push too while you're at it. Like, Lord of mercy. Okay, and then finally we go on to the main event. Oh my god. I feel drained talking about this. Like, at least Impact is slowly but surely getting better. This is just... Damn it. Okay, men's, women... See what this company does to me. I can't even speak properly right now. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Versus Rusev versus Kevin Owens versus Bobby Roode versus The Miz versus Braun Strowman versus Kofi Kingston. Yeah, apparently Kofi Kingston was picked out of the three to represent the New Day for the Money in the Bank ladder match, which I thought was, I mean, I guess I could see it. I mean, I picked Kofi over Xavier, but I probably would have put Big E in there because I think Big E would have had a better chance. I mean, Kofi, this is like Kofi's like sixth Money in the Bank ladder. I think somebody said it was like his seventh. Good lord. Freaking Mr. Money in the Bank. Just call it Kofi Kingston, even though he's never won the match. So this match happened, and there were some pretty cool spots. Obviously, people are going to remember, I think, the spot of Braun Strowman throwing Kevin Owens off the ladder right through the table. Or I guess they want to. Finn Balor doing his coup de grace from the ladder, from the outside into the ring. And, so there were some nice, good moments, and everybody attacking Braun earlier, just making sure that he doesn't get up with the ladders, and except for Kevin Owens, because apparently Kevin Owens' gimmick is like not being butt buddies with Sami Zayn, not being fat, which by the way, he's actually losing weight, so I'll give him props to that. See, I could give props to people who I don't like, okay, or at least characters I don't like. And basically his gimmick now is being Braun's bitch. Because it seems like whenever Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens are near each other, Kevin Owens is getting his ass kicked by Braun. So, anywho, so basically for me personally, anyone minus like Finn Balor or Braun would have been interesting. Maybe Kevin Owens. Maybe, because when Kevin Owens was champion, like the ratings were like 1.5 basically. You give it to Braun. You give the match to Braun, the guy who doesn't need it. Just like in the women's match, you give it to the person who needed it probably the less in the match. Braun could have easily had a title match with Bork Laser and like freaking, I don't know, some BS pay-per-view like TLC or something, I don't know. But you give it to freaking, oh my god. Seriously. You give it to Braun. And again, I don't hate Braun. Braun's okay by my book. But, I'm not jumping for joy because Braun Strowman is Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm not. Like, it was Father's Day today. You gotta give it to the newly father, The Miz. The Miz would have been a lot more entertaining because, like, maybe Daniel Bryan could be champion down the road, and when he wins it, Miz is like, I got you, Monroe is better than Birdie, lol, and then he takes the title from him. You know what I mean? But he gave it to Braun. Why? What is Braun gonna do tomorrow night on Raw? He's gonna come out with a briefcase and be like, Brock, I want you out here. And then Brock doesn't come out because Brock is too busy hibernating in freaking Canada with his bitch face of a looking of a wife and his 9 billion kids and I don't know, hunting gear with deer and bear bleeding from his house because he loves hunting so much. God, this was stupid. This show was stupid. Like I said, this show was just plain out stupid. People are gonna say Takeover was better. Probably. I didn't see it. I saw the results. I didn't care for it. But I'm sure overall as a show, it may have been more entertaining because this show was just so damn stupid. Oh, God. I feel better now from venting. I swear, that's what these videos are for now these days, for me personally, to vent. Because this is... Oh, boy. I don't know how much I could take of this. I know I'm going to say that, and then you're going to be like, Chris, we'll see you back in Extreme Rules. Yeah, exactly. Because, this product, this WWE is like a bad drug. It's all drugs are bad technically, but this is like a really bad drug. It's you're addicted to it, even though you know it's bad for you. Except for usually when you get drugs, something called you get a high off of it. There is no high off of this whatsoever, so it's but Oh, God. This show sucked. I don't care what anybody says. 25 minutes. What the hell is wrong with you people? You.